It's my pleasure now to welcome Omar Samji to share from the Muslim tradition. Omar, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Thank you to the board and everyone here from the Rothko Chapel and to the civic, cultural, and faith leaders gathered here today. One concept in the Muslim faith is the notion that the practice of faith is not separate from one's conduct in daily life, and in fact, one's conduct in daily life is in fact an element of and can often be the most visible and active element of practicing one's faith. So I share a few remarks today from that lens. While this moment marks both continuity and renewal as the Rothko Chapel approaches its 55th year, this stands as a rare institution, one that has remained faithful to silence, reflection, and moral courage across generations, even as the world has become more complex. So milestones like this invite us to reflect on the notion of legacy, not as something static, but as something that must be actively stewarded through our actions, through our faith. Institutions endure, as we know, not by standing still, but by renewing their founding values through thoughtful leadership and care. So in welcoming Imam Abdullah Antepli as president, the Rothko Chapel affirms a vision of leadership grounded in ethical seriousness, dialogue, and humility. His work has consistently shown that faith, when engaged honestly, is not a boundary, but a bridge, an invitation to encounter difference with dignity and moral clarity. That spirit is deeply aligned with the Rothko Chapel. We are living in a time when moral leadership is tested daily. Not necessarily tested based on your grand statements, but it's tested by our willingness to listen, our willingness to hold complexity, and our willingness to remain accountable to one another. Spaces like the Rothko Chapel remind us that moral leadership can be grounded in the arts, in quiet contemplation, and in open dialogue. Houston is a city that is shaped by experiences across cultures, across traditions, and across beliefs. Our shared civic life depends on institutions like the Rothko Chapel that cultivate pluralism, not as a slogan, but as a lived practice. In that spirit, I'd like to share a few words of His Highness the Aga Khan, who spoke about the stakes of our time during his recent visit to Houston this past November. Quote, "Pluralism is no longer simply an asset or a prerequisite for progress and development. It is vital to our existence," unquote. Indeed, pluralism is not passive coexistence. It is active work of building trust, shared space, and genuine respect for difference. The Rothko Chapel has long modeled that work, quietly, persistently, and gracefully. As this new chapter begins, may the Rothko Chapel continue to be a place where connection elevates our moral conscience, where diversity strengthens our community, and where Houston's many voices are woven into our resilient fabric of society. I offer warm congratulations and best wishes to Imam Abdullah and prayers for wisdom and steadiness in the years ahead. Thank you.